Kral is in the ambulance then and getting ready to take him off to hospital to be checked over. We're hearing that he is conscious. Here's a replay of what happened. So coming down then, and over the back of Gonzalez, and that's huge. Lands on the gearbox. Oh my word, that is an enormous accident for Josef Kral. No braking means that there is no speed rubbed off at all before he goes into the barrier at the end of turn 17. And that is one of the fastest points on this circuit.
Del Rai di Jong, mi sembra dalle immagini. Sì. Macchina spezzata in due.
Guardate. Safety car
ovviamente subito in pista, però il pilota
corre via dal luogo dell'incidente.
La cosa più importante, non sembra avere problemi.
Fabio Leimer. Certo, vettura proprio spezzata.
Sì, deve aver picchiato ovviamente nel momento in cui c'è stata la compressione, ha perso la vettura forse in battaglia con qualcuno e ha picchiato a sinistra per poi andare a rimbalzare a destra. Era con Vietoris. Ecco qua, la perde qua e sfila la vettura di Leimer. È la sola immagine che ci viene proposta. Ormai appunto qui è già terminato l'incidente. Abbiamo visto per un attimo, tra l'altro, la fortuna che non c'è stato nessuno che si è spostato verso destra pur vedendo le bandiere gialle.
Перекрестить. Ох! Едва не было с Факундо Регалией у него контакта. Вот они сталкиваются в итоге. Очень жесткий удар. Все-таки Канамасас, как и Чикотто, остается Канамасасом. Да, сегодня и тот, и другой у нас, кто-то говорил, остепенились.
Ну, по крайней мере, такое впечатление они производили по ходу первой части
как бы не было пейскара
чемпионата, и похоже, что действительно...
Нельзя сказать, что он только что побывал на пит-стопе, и поэтому у него что-то отлетело. Нет, он очень долго ехал с целого 7-го круга. Вот борьба очередная до контакта второго Палмера с Насром. Широко в итоге здесь Наср сдался. И вот, пожалуйста, раскрученные обломки там перед ними Берthона и Канамасаса.
Да, я думаю, много потом интересного мы прочитаем и про Палмера, и про Насра в адрес друг друга после вот таких жестких.
7 tenths to be pretty exact. Here we have Gasly, and we're on board with Daniel de Jong. Oh my word! A huge impact into the tyre barrier there. We panned away.
That was going to be a safety car, I'm certain of that. That was a huge shunt. You do not want to be having that right there. Not a lot of runoff, and they're going so quickly down the end of that straight. That's coming into Blanchimont near the end of the lap.
Where you could see how close they were. They were racing wheel to wheel. The safety car deployed there. Side of us here, heading in. You see the speed. You know that this is one of the fastest points of the racetrack, and that is absolutely monstrous. A horrible, violent impact and just no control at all. That's what the tyre barrier is there to do.
Será el límite.
Tenía la línea.
Si nos parece bien para otro piloto, nos tiene que parecer bien para él. Efectivamente.
Ahí tenemos a Giovinazzi apretando a su compañero de equipo.
Por dentro, por fuera.
¡Oh!
¡Toque! Increíble el accidente.
Se ha llevado Rapax por delante también. Ha tocado
Giovinazzi se intentaba salir de la aspiración por dentro. El toque, safety car en pista. Accidente importante.
Y marcha atrás, además. Que
es en la fuerte frenada en la bajada.
Está saliendo de.
Who might be having to...
With this pace we will catch Mary and Foco. So keep going.
So Roland really dropping the hammer, and Roland last time around on huge crash in Eau Rouge that will surely bring out the safety car. Matshushita, so good to see him climbing out of the car, but there's very little left of that ART, and we might be done in terms of needing a red flag, because that is a huge mess. So we're going to catch the end of it. Yeah, he's already gone off.
Did you saw him? He was so close.
Yeah,
sometimes you lose the downforce and the steering wheel.
Oh, look at that! Just losing the rear of the car.
Wow, he was flying to go out. Really well done for Matshushita.
Well, it's good that he went side in, reminiscent of the swap that you saw, the steering wheel.
Because that will be very much sort of frowned upon, because you are on this journey to get yourself into Formula 1.
Oh, huge hit! Gealel, after the podium yesterday, has made contact and is in the wall on the exit of the swimming pool corner. Joy yesterday, heartbreak today. Gealel is out of the race. We have double waved yellows because marshals are on the circuit. Hopefully he's okay, because that looked like a big hit. Yeah.
Flip up there we go. Hits that curve, bang.
Wow, huge hit.
Big impact.
You are completely committed at that stage, aren't you? When you go into the corner, and Gealel getting wide. He drove so well yesterday. He will be so frustrated to see his race end in the Armco. He is out of the race. He's going to join Jack Aitken as a retirement. The braking zone, Mazepin on the inside. Will they make the corner? No, they won't. Absolutely everywhere. There's a spin for Louis Delatraz in the middle with the rest of the field, and Matsushita heavily into the wall, and hit again by Nikita Mazepin. Big impact into the Tech Pro to surely bring out the red flags on lap number 1, and they have been so well behaved through the first. A reminder that it's Mazepin in the lead, Aitken in second place, and I think from this first angle you're going to see Delatraz losing the car.
You can see how that slipstream works from Aitken catching the orange car, and that's what puts Mazepin under pressure. Brakes a bit too late and runs a bit wide. He goes over the orange curb. That's what he did. He went through. He didn't go to the left-hand side. You should go to the left-hand side of the white bollard. That's what he didn't do.
So Aitken...
So he was onto a penalty anyway.
Yeah, that was going to be 5 seconds, no matter what. And that was the aftermath. So we'll see it again.
Listen. Look at that. He puts his foot down, goes to the... He does the right thing, but to the right, a car's rejoining it, and you have to go to the left-hand side of the bollards if you leave the circuit at turn 2.
So Aitken's in the right place there.
Yeah.
Mazepin going between the bollards in the wrong place, and you are looking at what happened.
That is the problem. He went through the middle of the 2 barriers. There's no point doing that. You're going to get a penalty anyway. Just stay to the right-hand side and pick up a penalty.
Theo Pourchaire is going to be a one-lap wonder at the end of qualifying. He's managed to cool the tyre down and go again.
So at the moment, Theo Pourchaire has put it on the front row for the second feature race around Monaco of the year. But Hughes, he's all action right now. And that's horrible. That's a big crash. He'd been on the limit all the way through. He'd been into the barriers before, and that's a big crash to bring out the red flag. And Jake Hughes wringing the neck of that car.
He's not the only one going for the race lead. Awassa's going to join the party as well. Big crash in the background as we have a crash on the restart, and that's a big moment for one of the Red Bull livery cars as Doohan got by, but we will obviously need.
He's caught from behind and turned into that outside wall. Is it Nissani?
I think it's Roy Nissani in the PHM who was running directly behind Maloney. It's a long angle there, But that is a huge accident. That is enormous speed on a restart, and thank goodness everyone was able to avoid. The driver who was the runner-up here last year in Formula 3, amazing title battle, but the Rodin Carlin driver did get out of the car. Let's go racing on the streets of Baku. Richard Verschoor's got the launch. He needed massive crash in the background. Massive accident in the background involving one of the Campos cars that has been flicked over. We'll need a red flag.
Marty just with absolutely nowhere to go as the car of Miney slews across the road after the initial contact. It's worst case scenario, and it's always the drivers towards the rear of the field. But it's that's a horrible impact, and it is a rollover, isn't it, for Marty, who looked shaken on the pit wall, and I can understand why.
Thankfully, that car landing the right way up and not being pitched into the pit wall there. Horrible moment for Pepe Marti. Most important thing, thumbs up. Good to see as well the medical delegate, Dr. Ian Roberts, checking in with Kush Miney, who's looking at the remnants.